So among all the major Champions League quarterfinal matches, one of them that a lot of people had eyes on was the fixture between PSG and Barcelona. A fixture steeped in recent history because again, ties between these two teams has had just a little bit of spice. Plus, you've had players go back and forth. You've had Neymar leave, Barcelona for PSG. Then you had Ousmane Dembele leave Barca for PSG. There's been a good back and forth. Leo Messi on a free. So there's obviously, talent exchanges and relations aren't ideal, but it makes for a very, very good football match.
Not just players, the coach.
Luis Enrique.
Last time Barcelona won a Champions League, it was Luis Enrique was the coach. Interestingly, the last time Barcelona won the Champions League was also Xavi's last game for the club.
Correct.
So now Xavi is the coach of Barcelona.
In his last season.
Yes. We don't know. He's still maintaining this is his last season, but I have a feeling he might stay on. And the coach who was there the last time they won the Champions League is the opposition's coach. So
correct.
Can't be any more parallels that I can think
so of. Many of them, and there's been obviously a lot of exchange in that regard, but what it's done is led to a very feisty football match, because remember, when that 222 million transfer happened, Barcelona were not happy. It's led to them ever since then putting 1 billion euro release clauses in their players' contracts. So no one's triggering that.
Okay, and if past history is anything to go by, we're in for a humdinger of a contest, because that's exactly what these two teams gave us in 2017, then in 2021. Interestingly, in those two exciting contests, it's 1-1 between Barcelona and PSG. Let's see what happens in this particular game. As you know, Barcelona going with a goal advantage, 3-2, and why it is such a big advantage, because that was an away game for them. They played that in Paris. Now they will be hosting PSG, and even though now you don't have that away goal system, but the fact that you're playing at home, which is a big advantage, if you've got on a win while playing away, it is going to be a big boost for any team, and I think that reflects on the betting odds, isn't it, Shane?
Yeah, I mean 2:1 betting odds normally would seem like great betting odds, because again, for every 2 you're investing, you're getting for every 1 you're investing, you're getting back 2. But PSG have odds of 3:1, which means the bookmakers clearly believe Barca are the clear favorites going into this, and I don't blame them. Again, all logic suggests if you won the away tie and you're playing the next one at home, even without, let's say, the away goal rule, you'd bet on Barcelona winning this match and then therefore confirming their progress. So interesting, really.
Yeah, and I think the betting odds are not here to encourage you to bet.
No.
I think this is just an indicator to tell us which is the team that is favored to win, because betting odds are usually done with a lot of punditry that's involved, and you look at that, and then bookmakers come up with an odd wherein the team that's likely to win will have lesser odds, in which case Barcelona have the lesser odd. Means if you were to bet 100 rupees, you get 200. 100 will get you 300 for PSG. That means there's a lesser chance of a PSG winning than Barcelona. So it helps you understand as to what the pundits are saying and what the analysis are saying. In fact, I was looking at, this is one way of looking at it, but a lot of these, data sites have supercomputers and they do math simulations. And apparently in math simulations, Barcelona has had a 41% success rate of winning this. I think PSG's win is behind, and then there are of course draw simulations as well. So again, even supercomputers suggesting that Barcelona are favored to win. Betting odds, if you were to look at a draw, it's 4:1. That means the chances of getting a draw are even less than a PSG win. That is what bookmakers odds are telling you. But the one thing that I really like, that after that whole weightage to the away goal has been taken away, you're getting to see some good contest. And these two teams, no matter what situation, most of the times if a team is leading, like in this case Barcelona is, most teams sometimes would like to sit back and take advantage of the fact that they're leading and just wait to get a counter-attacking goal. But the good thing with Barcelona is you can't, or you will not see them really sit back and take that one goal, which is good for the neutrals, because you will see an aggressive game of football. You will see a few goals being scored. What's the latest in terms of personnel?
See, personnel-wise, I think each team, they do have a couple of players who are unavailable due to long term. Now, why I didn't include, in the case of Barcelona, there's a Gavi and an Alejandro Balde, but then they have been very long-term injury prospects and they haven't been around for a while. Now, the big one for them is that there's no Andreas Christensen, because he ended up picking up a booking. So that
the guy who scored the winning goal.
Correct. Ex-Chelsea man, by the way, so a little bit of an attachment to him. Nice to see him do well. But another key player, Sergei Roberto, again someone who's been plug the holes kind of player for Barca over the years. You want him to play right back, midfield, on the wings,
Captain.
no problem. Yes, and him not being there also, it's a little bit of a blow for Barcelona. Even for PSG though, there's not that many in terms of short-term availabilities or unavailabilities. Mukiele was someone who was out for a while. Same with the Presnel Kimpembe. So there's not really that much. They have as close to a fully fit squad available as is possible.
Okay, forget bookmakers, forget the score lines, forget who's in and who's out. Time for our own predictions. Call this game, Shane.
I think, see, this is going to be a close game, but I do expect a Barcelona win simply because home team, and I do know that PSG, whatever else said and done, no matter what kind of super team they tend to make, very, very brittle when it comes to the knockout stages, and I expect this to be their last one. So I'm predicting 2-1 to Barcelona, which means they're through pretty comfortably.
Players to watch out for?
I mean, see, if you're Barca, then I can't look beyond maybe say Lewandowski, but another shout I'll give is to Gundogan. He's someone who does have that ability, will always get you goals in clutch games. He did it a lot for Man City, and I wouldn't look past him doing it in this case either. From PSG, obviously, if they have to get anything, then it has to be that one man. It has to be Kylian Mbappe. Needs a special from him.
Okay, I think in Barcelona's case, a few things I'd like them to change. They did not, they went in with Yamal previous game.
Yeah,
I thought that he was a bit overawed by the situation at that situation. So maybe not. I wouldn't be 100% sure, but it looks like they'll start with him because he did not play the weekend game that they played in La Liga. So the ones that were rested most likely are going to be playing. I think Gundogan, you're right. I think it's going to be crucial because he does the Xavi role, the coach's role, what Xavi used to do for Barcelona. And I was looking at some data where he still has the best, in terms of creating chances for goals record for Barcelona. So he's going to do that, marshal that midfield. You have to do it. But Lewandowski really needs to come good. He hasn't been. He was woeful the last time around, yet somehow Barcelona managed to win that particular game. So he really needs to step up for Barcelona to have to do good. And for PSG, I think this is the man who's going to be key. Last time, and I don't think a lot of credit was given to Koundé. I think Jules Koundé did a remarkable job of marking a Kylian Mbappe. He almost seemed absent in that entire game thanks to that defense by Koundé. If Koundé can do that, it won't be easy. Believe you me, because Mbappe is going to come out all guns blazing. I know he's going to be heading to Barcelona's rival next season, so he would have a point to prove already for his future employers. Tell them that he's the guy. So he'd like to do that. He'd like to finish on a high on a club that's really backed him over the years. So he's going to be crucial. Dembele got that goal last time. He can be a quick, nippy customer. Again, playing against his former team, so knows the ins and outs. So you have to really look out for Dembele and Mbappe. If Barcelona can keep these two Frenchmen quiet, I think they have a chance of winning this game. I'm giving Barcelona a slight edge, but with these two teams, you don't know. 2021, PSG hammered Barcelona on that occasion. But before that, I think the greatest comeback that I can ever imagine.
La Remontada.
Yeah, the 6-1 win for Barcelona, 4-goal deficit. They came back to win 6-1, the greatest comeback. So, I mean, what I'm expecting is a goal fest. What I'm expecting is a good game, and I'm giving Barcelona a slight edge.
Yeah. No real backers for PSG. Sorry, PSG fans.
Okay, if you liked our video, do give us a thumbs up, share it with your other football-loving friends, and subscribe to Sports Today because we'll have the build-up for all the remaining games as well. Those videos are coming your way very shortly.